Okay. How many of you have been bombarded with ads? And let's back it up even a step more. You decide that you want to go to college. It's a little easier maybe right out of high school because, everybody's kind of gearing you up. You got your family and everything like this. But then you might be a person who decides to take a break. You may join the military, go a career field, maybe travel the world, explore a different career. But you decide a little later in life that you now want to go to college. But now you're in a kind of a dilemma because you don't know where to go. I mean, seriously, there's all these schools and all these ads. Few things that you need to be aware of. Here's some things to think about. First of all, don't get caught up in the glow. A lot of times schools sell you that they are the end all to be all to solving all of your problems. So all you have to do is go to school and all of a sudden, all these magical doors of opportunities present themselves. However, they don't tell you about, you still got to interview. They don't tell you exactly where those jobs are located. Heck, you may not even know if the jobs that they're telling you that you can get are even in your area. So don't focus so much on the glow of the school because the school is going to swear, man, I have you thinking you walking on water. So that's the first thing. Don't get caught up in the glow. Second of all, focus on what your overall goal is. The goal should never be the school. Let me say this to you once again. The goal should never be the school. What do I mean the goal should never be the school? You should never go to college with the goal of just going to college. Because guess what happens when you're done? Well, after doing it 2, 3 years or 4 or 5 years, boom, what happens after the fact? You got a degree? Are you doing anything with it? Is it pointing you in a particular direction? No. Now you're mad at yourself. Now, am I saying that you shouldn't have a goal of going to college? No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is don't make your short-term goal of success based on your ability to get in and get through college. You want to have a plan beyond that, which takes me to my final point is when you're looking at it, make sure that the school supports what you want to do going forward, not what you want to go doing forward is supported by the school. When I mean that, and I know that sounds crazy, but listen when I say this. Sometimes people have convinced themselves, and I'm bad about this. I'm notorious. I've always said there is no one particular school that basically gives you the answers to all of the pathways that you got going forward. You'd be surprised the number of times when people say, if I want to be a doctor, I got to go to this school. Or if I want to be an architect, I got to go to this school. No, you don't. If you want to be in a particular field or move across a particular track, going to certain schools may be great, but they're not the only one. If they were the only ones, there would be no other ones. If you come to me and you tell me, I want to become a veterinarian and the best school for veterinary is here and I got to go there. Well, if I tell you, well, there's some great schools. University of Florida has an awesome veterinary program. Tuskegee has a jamming veterinary program. And you look at me and say, I didn't know that. Yeah, because what happened was you decided becoming a veterinarian could only occur unless you went to that school. No, player. You need to tell yourself that you can have options going other places. Now, in terms of those 3 things, got that out of the way, let's hit the other things that's important. Finance. Ain't nothing going on with the rent, so follow the money. Try to pay close attention to any school that gives you opportunities where they'll pay for it. You want as little debt as possible coming out if you can possibly help it. So follow the finances. And then finally, this. Take advantage of the full collegiate experience. Man, I'm going to tell you, schools have a lot of resources that are available to you. Most students don't explore, or they don't realize them until they're almost gone. Man, when you get there, find out everything they have to offer and take advantage of it. That's why I said it. Everything. Don't wait until you're about to graduate and you struggling, you hustling. Take advantage of every option that's available to you. Oh, another thing. I keep saying finally, but I've thrown about 4 or 5 finalies in there. Take advantage of the people that you meet. I mean, really, part of the nice thing is that you got people from different walks of life who are all trying to further themselves professionally and personally. Going to college is a way that they're going to do it. You may be from different backgrounds. I can tell you, when I went to school, by the time I graduated from college, I'm a country boy from Arkansas, but my top friends, one of my best friends, is from Queens, New York, and from projects. Another good friends, upscale area in White Plains, New York. A couple of friends from Aruba, St. Croix, New York, Miami, Chi-Town. And you're like, man, how are you rolling with these people? Because we all had one shared existence. We all went to school to further ourselves. And guess what? We're like-minded individuals in a similar situation from different backgrounds. So don't sit here, because sometimes people say, how do I expand my horizons? Go to college. Now, some of you may say, well, that's still tough on online school. Listen, find out. When you start looking at, especially if you're thinking about going to online schools, you need to find out, what are ways that I can experience my student enrichment experience here? You know, a lot of times these schools, they try to sell you on the fact that, oh, you know, you do it at your own time, your own pace. You know, you're working, you got other things in mind. Don't sell yourself short, man. There's a lot of other things that you can get at school, like making relationships. Those are awesome. That's what you really can use college for. So trust me, use all these things, keep them in mind. And as somebody who has 3 degrees, who had to learn the hard way along the way, trust me, make the college experience a part of your life goal, but not going to college your only goal.